The Toyota Save Mart 350. Well, it's Sonoma, isn't it? It was a really fun watch for me as I sat down and watched it the day afterwards. I already knew the winner, but I did know the rest of the results, and it was quite an interesting one to see, even though the victory seemed pretty mundane at times. Martin Truex Jr. ended up, he didn't take stage 2, but he won stage 1 and he won the race. What was it, 2 cautions over the course of the entire race, if not 3? That was spectacular to see, and of course, because it's a road course now, not stage breaks, it shows the way the strategy can interact, as well as cautions happening late stage, because at the end of stage 2, it was up to when the caution went that was it Kyle Busch took stage 2? I think it was, wasn't it? And yeah, Truex Jr. stage 1, the race. It was almost completely dominant, him winning from his former stablemate. Logano in 3rd, beneficiary of the cautions. Same for the likes of Buescher and Chase Elliott. Top 10, then it's AJ, who, of course, famously was a road course ringer. Then McDowell, also famously good at the road courses. Larson, also famously good at the road courses. Then Bell, then Chastain. When you look at the issues, you had Denny Hamlin, who qualified on pole. Last classified, according to Google, he's classified as a DNF. But he's credited as 36th officially, I believe. Yeah, and Toyotas have been running really well early in the race. Tyler Reddick down in 33rd. I mean, didn't they lock out the top 5 in the early stages? And you end up with only, 2 in the top 10. 1st and 9th. But it shows how convincing Truex's win was. Of course, he didn't win last season. He's got 2 this season as we go into the rest week. He's now the regular points leader, 13 points over William Byron. There's Blaney and Chastain tied for 3rd. Chastain, of course, still hasn't won this season. And, yeah, there are so many other stories we can talk about from this race. But to be honest, don't really want to talk so much about them, because overall this race was alright, but I was glad I was watching it as a replay. Now, when I've been doing a lot of these kinds of catching up on replays, I haven't felt the need to skip through NASCAR races. I usually just skip the cautions, and even then I still try to watch the pit window. But this time I was just skipping through, because the order fanned out. I don't know if it's that people are getting used to road courses, like Eric Stepp's saying, or if it's because the cars are much better at road courses, like he's also suggesting. But yeah, it's not as hectic as it has been in the past, which in some ways is good. We didn't have, what we had at COTA. With, did we go to triple overtime? I can't remember. I think we had a natural green, white checkers and then double overtime. But it felt a bit more mundane. That said, if we can have a few of those that are a bit more mundane, especially with Chicago Street Course coming up in 3 weeks' time. No, 2 weeks' time, 2 weekends' time. That'd be good for us. The same for the Glen. And maybe even the same for the Roval and for Indy. Because I do like chaotic things happening. I do like green-white checkers, and they can be fun on road courses. After all, it's the quote of it's for the show, right? But too many of them and it starts to get saturated. So it was nice to see this, but it just wasn't as entertaining as some of the other races. But those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.